this can go this way. Oh shit, that's not the best. Rope. Okay, hold on. Seriously, not a fan of this view. It's like so up close. Let's see if I did this right. And I didn't do it private. All my acne. Full display. Good morning. Are you guys able to hear me? It's Monday morning. It's Martin Luther King Day. It's a very important day. One of my favorite quotes from Martin Luther King is "A lie cannot live." That speaks truth on so many different levels. One of my friends' grandmothers used to always tell me, "What grows in the darkness can't come to light." It's the same kind of weird proverb where if something's not true, it eventually will show itself, and it's just something that I think about all the time, and I try to live by. I am breaking out. I think it's because I'm getting stressed out because I know I'm going to be teaching in person. Um, it, I'm quirky. Let's just call it what it is. And so I know everyone doesn't like certain quirky things, but everything I have for the kits are here except the rulers. I set a date for our live for February 3rd because I'll be cutting out and basting. Thank you. I'm going to be cutting out and basting the the kits. But so far, do you guys want to see what I have for the kits? Because I don't think I only showed like a handful of people. I don't think I've showed you guys. Hold on. Okay, so for this year, every year there's a color. This year's magenta, and even though as you can tell, I love blue. There's like hints of blue everywhere. I love magenta. So the oilskin cloth that my husband made for me, which took like 4 days to cure, is magenta. And there's a huge difference between oilskin and wax canvas, because oilskin you can crinkle and then the wrinkles will show. It's still water repellent. So we're having that. The lining is a different color. It's like, it said it was magenta, but when I came in, I'm like, it looks like a purple, but not really purple. Like someone with a dash of pink, but... And this. I've been eyeing this fabric from and Love Creations, and Stitch Co. Supply Company has it, and it's called Sangria Chaos. I just thought this is so gorgeous because it has like many different purples, kinds of pinks, and it kind of just matches with everything. And then I got zippers, size 3 zippers to match with antique zipper pulls. And I'm going to show how we're going to put two zipper pulls on, which I'm going to show you how it makes it helps tremendously where one area of the pouch isn't like, has like a small gape opening because the zipper pull is open. And if you watch me long enough, you know that I have all of my templates, or I have all of my pattern pieces and my instructions in these envelopes. So I'm going to be putting all the cutout pieces that have base with foam interface inside here, and I will put your name. And then there's going to be, I always talk about Westcott rulers. I'm trying to think. There's usually one always around me somewhere. Like, okay. So I always talk about these rulers. These are the rulers you always see me faithfully use in my class because they have 1/8 of an inch. Each box is 1/8 of an inch. So if a person's like 3/4 of an inch or 7/8, you're just like, oh yeah, I got this. I don't even have to think about the math. So I'm going to be putting 1 inch by 6 inches in there. in there, as well as like the pattern itself. And I think there's one more thing, but I'm waiting on to hear back for it. But I'm really excited because I know a lot of people always ask me when I'm opening these up, why do I use these? It's waterproof protection. I can put the name of the pattern and all the pieces in there, and I just file away and like with my book where all my books are, and I can find my pattern easily. They open up with Velcro, and sometimes you can get them opening up with like a snap button. I just realize when they're plastic, the snap button sometimes can get pulled off. So I'm really excited about these. There's one more thing I'm getting, but I don't want to say just in case it doesn't come. So I'm pretty excited. I got my blurb package this week. I don't want to show it because just in case someone doesn't have it, I don't want to ruin it. But Lauren and the team, amazing. You get 3 sets of 10, and they added some extra ones. Oh yeah, definitely. I will. I'm going to. If I after I make the ones for the class, if I have any extra, I will definitely like say whoever wants one. Yeah, I'm still live. um, whoever wants one, I'm more than willing to like sell it to you and just like ship it to you. But yeah, I was really, when I found out I was approved for teaching, the first thing I did was go find out what 2023 color was. I just wanted it to go off with a big bang. But I've been writing in my journal. I've been, as you can see, there's like Post-its, so I'm keeping to it. A dear friend of mine found this camera printer that prints out, like kind of like, remember the Polaroids, but it prints it out from your phone. And she had a really fantastic idea and of me taking pictures of the bags that I made and put them on the dates that I made them. Because last year, according to Etsy, according to PayPal and Square, I sold over 275 bags. And that's not even including like bags that I gave away for gifts or whatever, or women's shelters. And there's sometimes people like, do you remember this bag? And I'm like, no, I don't. So I think I'm going to get that and put it inside so that way I know what the bag looks like. And also when why it's fresh in my mind, I could put down, oh, I got this more, this fabric from, like Lauren Mormino. I got the hardware from My Handmade Space. I can't wait to meet you too. Or I got this hardware from Alchemat. So that way I know, because somebody was asking me yesterday about the printer that I wanted. I was searching that printer back in January, and all I know, I can honestly tell you that Shaq sponsors this printer that I want. That's all I can tell you. It was out of my price range. So I'm one of those people that when something's out of my price range, I completely forget about it or try to, like a mental block, so that way I don't feel like super bum. But yeah, new printer that I got yesterday. My husband cannot get it configured. We even try to like plug it into the computer to print. It is not trying to configure. So he is on his way this morning to go to Staples. No, I'm sorry. I sent my files to FedEx to do it so I can do my at least 1 to 2 testers today. So that's my plan. Yesterday we were trying to figure that thing out until like 4:50, and I I have a really chill demeanor, but when I get frustrated, like when I'm saying I want to Hulk smash my table, that's exactly how I feel about things. So I know that means I need to walk away. Oh yeah. I usually it was weird because okay, because so all the year-end stuff is coming in. So you're getting some of your Square. I haven't got one for PayPal. PayPal gave me a glimpse, and Audible, I felt like judged me yesterday. They were like, "You read over 300 books on Audible," and I'm like, huh. Yeah, I spent a lot of money on Audible. That's my Achilles. I can't watch TV. I'm jealous of any of you guys who can sew and watch TV. I can't. I can't watch YouTube. It has to be like something in the background where it's just like a podcast. And yes, they may be doing something, but it's not drawing my attention. Most of the time, I'm listening to something on Audible. And all the books, this is the part that drives my husband crazy. All the books that I've read, I physically read before I bought the Audible book. I don't know why. I'm weird, okay? um, Anything from like high fantasy to historical. I really into like mysteries. My favorite book, like when I did the room tour, I don't think I my favorite books are Princess Bride, The Ladies of the Secret Circus, and my the favorite book of all time. And if I see the author, I'm gonna punch him because I need the third book. Not like 17 years later is The Name of the Wind. The Name of the Wind. That's my favorite book. I feel like I don't know what genre because at first I thought it was going to be young adult, but the things that Quoth goes throughout this journey of becoming a man. Yes, punch Patrick Ruffus. I will punch him. Patrick Ruffus, Scott Lynch. You need to come out with your stuff, and same with George R.R. Martin. The other two I can kind of get because they're in like their 40s, but George R.R. Martin, you're old, man. Don't do this. Okay? You're old. You need to do it. I love, yeah, Gentlemen Bastards, I quote all the time. I listen to a lot of weird books. I like high fantasy. I mean, I also have like my romantic fantasies. Like I like the one with Rhysand. What is that book series? Games of Court of Roses and Thorns, or Mist and Fairy. I don't know why I like that series. It could be because Rhysand reminds me of Loki, and I have an affinity heart for Loki. I do listen to like Star Wars books and like Marvel books. Hey, Dalva. Sarah J. Maas. Yeah, I can listen to any of her books. I don't know what it is. She's a fantastic writer. Like, I don't think people give her props like they should. I mean, everybody knows Patrick Ruffus and Scott Lynch, but I don't think people understand. I like Deborah Harkness too, and I'm like scared and sad because she has like stage 4 cancer, and the last time I seen a picture of her on the news, she wasn't doing that well. Yeah, I'm a total nerd. I love books. I like to read Star Wars books because like we all know we've been immersed in it. So like reading like Ahsoka and all this stuff like that, we get like the back. But yeah, all my Audible books I've read. But I also like Dalva knows. I also like books that are just like women historical fiction. Like The Time in Between is I read that book every single year, and then I watch the series every single year. Netflix made a great series on it. It is so good that you believe this really happened to someone. I'm a Jane Austen, anything Jane Austen. I have in my queue The Death of Mr. Wickham. It's supposed to be a murder mystery party, and like everybody's like a lot of Jane Austen characters are there. I'm really kind of excited about that and scared. And like I'm like, don't ruin it. I even read the zombie Pride and Prejudice. It's really good. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's really good. Oh yeah, Robin Kick's great. I just love reading. There's not a genre that I can say I don't like. I'm trying to think. I read big Lord of the Ring fans. I have to read all the series once a year. I've read Wheel of Time only once because it's like 28 damn books. It's like 28 books. You get engrossed in it, and then it gets to the point where you start to believe you're one of these characters because you read so much about it. I've only read that once. I'm trying to see. There's some. I have a love-hate relationship with Anne Rice because she's so graphic and she brings you to a part of your mind that you don't want to be at. But at the same time, you're trying to figure out why she's so secure with that. Like I read all of the Interview with the Vampires. I've read all the Mayfair Witches. I'm a person that if I read one book in the series, I have to finish it all. That's why Patrick Ruffus and Scott Lynch is on my list. If you ever see this, Scott Lynch, I'm just saying, finish it. Because Name of the Wind is my favorite book ever. Yeah, That's what I usually do because I seen that question in a group. I can't listen to music because I'm a dance. I like to dance, and I'll just not pay attention. Yeah, horror. No, I do read. Okay, suspense. Like if it's like true crime suspense, I'll read something like that. But it can't be like I. I have an overactive imagination, and I read one book that's not supposed to be scary. My sister was like, "I know you, Shnova. I gotta get the name of the book. It's about these witches, this witch family that they go to this lighthouse in Scotland, and somehow all the children are missing except one, and the mother's presumed missing. So the daughter grows up. She's a doctor. She's like, I don't know, 34. She gets a call that they found her sister. She immediately gets on the plane from US to Scotland, and her sister's 7 years old. Okay. 7 years old. And she was like, that's the age she was when she disappeared. This book literally messed with my mind for like a week where I could not listen to any books because I'm pretty sure Loki's going to be here in a minute. That toy that you heard going down. And here comes Loki. And Kayla, if you're here, then you get to see Loki. Oh no, he grabbed whatever he got in the washroom, which is probably not his toy. Yeah, Kayla said happy birthday to her dog, and her puppy looks just like my puppy. So, yeah, I listen to everything. I haven't read Lovecraft. Oh, you know what's my secret? I have a secret rom-com series, and I always forget her name. Her name is like Mihari. Let me give you one of her books so you can look. Best rom-com series. Like, I don't know, understand why these are not movies. Because it's more than rom. It deals with an emotional level that I have never seen a. Okay, I think her name is Mihari McFarlane, and I just read If I Never Met You. I never read the book. I heard it on Audible. Oh, that woman can write. It's not raunchy at all. It deals with, I'll just give you this one synopsis. Girl goes to a party. She's a successful lawyer. Her boyfriend is also a lawyer. She's always trying to promote her boyfriend to go higher up in the firm. She comes home, and the boyfriend's like, after like 18 years together, like, I don't want to be with you anymore. They've just bought a house. They're getting married. They're talking about getting her eggs, like start getting her pregnant, because I think she's like 36. Oh, such a great book. You definitely want to read this book. It's a fast book, but her writing style is like, you will feel like this is you, or this is your friend or your sister, and you're just like so frustrated. There is a little bit of romance in it, but that's not what it's based on. It's based on her realizing of hurts in her past. You'll like it. I promise. You'll be like, what? Yes. If you guys know Serena, she's from Notorious. She has her Loki is a Cane Corso. Well, when her Great Dane was in heat, they fell in love and they had puppies. And one of the puppies is Loki. And Loki, he's massive. He's only a year and some change. The doctor says he won't be his full height until almost 2. And he weighs like 150 pounds. And I'm 5'9", and when he jumps on my shoulders, we're head to head. He's a big boy. And the thing is he thinks he's little. He sits on my kid's lap like he's a chihuahua or something. You're just like, you're bigger than all my kids. Like, no, none of them could walk him. It has to either be me or Kendall. Even though Faith is 17, Faith weighs like 100 pounds soaking wet. And that dog has literally, even with his harness, can drag her. But he's usually gentle. It's just when he sees squirrels. I don't know what it is about squirrels and the dog. And he likes owls. There's like a lot of owls in my area, and he like hunts them. No, I would like to I don't know anyone that has any lunar pools. I would ask you to ask if you know Olivia from Alchemats. For some odd reason, that woman knows like everybody that is anybody when it comes down to zipper hardware. Because I'll be like, do you know where to get this? And she'll be like, yeah, this person has it. So I would ask her to see if anyone has any lunar pools. That would actually be amazing pulls. I think I'm, I think I'm, I forgot what year I am. I'm not a rabbit. What am I? I was looking at it yesterday, but because I was questioning because of the sour, like Kayla and Bob and Boy and Lauren were doing a video and they were talking about what bread your zodiac was. So automatically I had to go, and I'm a Leo, so it says I'm a sourdough. So, I can see what year I am. I don't know. A multi. Um, because isn't this year the year of the rabbit? Oh, yeah, I'm a rooster. Yeah. So makes sense. But sourdough, I was like interested. I was interested because that's one of the fun breads I like to make. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to just be waiting for my husband. I think, and you know what, Dalva, cornbread's amazing. I eat cornbread like all the time. And if you ever come out here, ask Kendall to make his cornbread dressing, and you're going to be like, what? Why is this missing? My husband's from Louisiana. So shrimp etouffee, gumbo, all the delicacies of Louisiana, he's pretty good at cooking. Now, cooking like regular stuff, unless he sees this, he doesn't bake at all. So it's like me. Because he likes his cookies like, I don't know. Does anyone, I need to know if it's just me in my head. Does anyone have this debate in the house about if a cookie should be soft or crunchy? Because he makes his where like, oh, you bite and you can hear the actual crunch. And I'm like, this is not a cookie. It's it's not a cookie. So yeah, that's a right? Absolutely soft. I can tell him. I'll ask Kendall to write down the cornbread dressing and then I can send it to you. Yeah, it's super good. Like it's ridiculous. Every time someone comes over our house and they eat it, they're like, "What?" And then I was literally lucky to meet his grandmother before she passed away. So she gave me all these like really cool desserts, like icebox cakes and pineapple up down cake. So like I bake my butt off from October all the way through February, and then I don't bake anymore for a long time. Yeah, but I'm with you. Chewy on the inside, but crisp, just like a crispy on the bottom. His will be like crispy, like you like the Chip Ahoy crispy, like when you break it apart and there's crumbles everywhere. I'm like, I'm not eating these. So, yeah, but I'm fortunate if he does like to bake or make anything, and he just got a mini air fryer, so he keeps trying to do different things with it. I haven't touched it yet. I know once I do, I'm going to be addicted like him, but I can't stand. Okay, so there's a Chip Ahoy chewy, and it's amazing. A regular Chip Ahoy, no. I like the chewy, and then, like I don't even like a crunchy cookie, like because my kids like ice cream sandwiches, and Kendall likes the cookies when I bake them like crispy, so that way when the ice cream's in between, it can help with the moisture. It has to be chewy. Oh yeah, buttery, yeah. Yeah, you'd be surprised how much unsalted butter I have in my. I have like this area in the deep freezer just for it because we bake a lot. They're not perfect. The only cookie I like crunchy is the Oreo. Like if it's soft, I'm like, what is wrong with this cookie batch? Like this is not normal. Um, but yeah, that's it. So today is Monday. We it's all the kids are off. My husband's off. I think he's gonna like anytime he could barbecue, he will. It's cold. It's what is it? It's 37 degrees outside, so I'm like maybe not barbecue. But yeah, my plan is to finish up this test, write all my notes, send them over, and then do some pictures inside my light box. I'll have, you know what will be a good video? I'll have Kendall show you how he made our light box. I didn't make it. It is a huge, massive tent that's in the corner of the wall that collapsed in and out, and it's purely all white. Like he's really good at making like how if someone asked me how do I hold on my vinyl, he made like this bin that has a shelf on the top for leather, and then he rolls all the vinyl for me and he color coordinates. I'm spoiled. Okay. He color coordinates them for me and puts them in this like corral. So all my these are there. But right next to it is a light box. So and then all the pictures you see outside when I take pictures, that's me. But the inside pictures are his. Yeah. Well, when it's cold like this, I hate taking pictures outside. Like my hands and my ears are the first thing that freeze, and I'm just like, I'm miserable. Oh yeah, that's cold for Puerto Rico. So I want you will never hear me say someone area is too hot or too cold because I lived in a lot of states, and what's cold for one state is definitely not cold for another. I've lived in California, born and raised in California. I lived in Oregon, Colorado, Seattle, Arizona, New Jersey, and every state I've ever lived in, cold and hot just depends on that area and that scene. Like for us, that technically this is not really cold. I'm looking at my timeline and there's like days it's like negative 12 degrees, so I shouldn't be complaining at all. No snow either. We had a little bit of flurries yesterday, but they kind of went away. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully after I'm done testing, I could clean up a little bit more and get ready for my other test and film that test because I believe that pattern will be dropping this week and I think everybody will like it. Good scrap buster. Something I rarely show on this channel, so I'm actually really excited. So if you guys have any questions off of anything that I said, just leave them down below and I will try to link you or give you any information that you need. And I really appreciate all of you guys coming up, seeing me, and being supportive and encouragement. I really do appreciate it a lot. And when I'm nervous, I fumble with my hands. You also should know this by now. All right. I hope everybody has a really good day. Stay safe and happy sewing. Bye.